Hiya! I love two things, a good romantic comedy and the perfect lip gloss. And guess what? My favorite lip gloss brand is Kröss Beauty. Their glosses are like my secret weapon. First date? Kröss Beauty. Important meeting? Kröss Beauty. Grocery shopping? You better believe it's Kröss Beauty. See, I believe the right lip gloss can make you feel unstoppable. And Kröss Beauty, they get me. Their colors are vibrant, the shine is incredible, and it lasts forever. What's not to love? Life in the city is always a whirlwind, but with my Kröss Beauty gloss in my purse, I'm ready for anything. Even a disastrous first date. Little did I know my Kröss Beauty obsession was about to get a whole lot more interesting. It was Saturday, May 17th, 2025. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and I was running disastrously late for my date with Liam. He seemed cute online, loved old movies, a major plus, and appreciated a good sense of humor. I sprinted into Blooms and Buds, frantically searching for the perfect first date bouquet. Lilacs? Too cliché? Roses? Too much pressure? I finally settled on a vibrant mix of sunflowers and lilies, hoping for the best. Rushing out, bouquet in hand, I collided with someone, sending sunflowers scattering across the sidewalk. "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry!" I exclaimed, scrambling to gather the fallen flowers. "No worries," a smooth voice chuckled. I looked up, my breath catching in my throat. Standing before me was none other than Ethan, my college crush and the guy who'd broken my heart into a million tiny pieces. Ethan! Here! After all these years, I could hardly believe my eyes. The last time I saw him, we were both so different, so young and naive. Life had taken us on separate paths, and I never imagined those paths would cross again. My heart did a weird flip-flop in my chest. It was a mix of excitement, fear, and 1,000 other emotions I couldn't quite name. Seeing him brought back a flood of memories, some sweet, some painful. He was even more handsome than I remembered, with his tousled brown hair and those sparkling green eyes that could melt glaciers. Time had been kind to him, and it was almost unfair how good he looked. "Maya?" he said, his eyebrows shooting up in surprise. His voice had that same familiar warmth, the one that used to make my heart race. "Wow, it is you. It's been ages." His words were casual, but there was an undercurrent of something deeper, something unspoken between us. We stood there for a moment, awkwardly catching up, both of us pretending that our history wasn't filled with awkward dates, stolen kisses, and a messy, heart-wrenching breakup. The air was thick with unspoken words and unresolved feelings. As I finally excused myself, rushing off to meet Liam, who was probably wondering if I'd fallen into a flower bucket, I noticed something strange. It was a small detail, but it caught my eye and wouldn't let go. Ethan was holding a tube of lip gloss. It seemed so out of place, so unlike him. I couldn't help but wonder why he had it. And not just any lip gloss. This was a very specific brand and shade. It was Kröss Beauty's newest shade, Sunset Shimmer. A shade that had just been released and was already making waves in the beauty community. The same shade I was wearing. The coincidence was too much to ignore. It felt like a sign. But of what? I wasn't sure. The same shade I swore by. It was my go-to, my signature look. How did he know about it? The same shade I thought only I knew about. My mind raced with possibilities. Was it a gift for someone else? Or was there a deeper connection? Something I hadn't yet uncovered? The questions swirled in my mind as I walked away, leaving Ethan and the mystery of the lip gloss behind. My date with Liam was fine but forgettable. We talked about the usual things, work, hobbies, weekend plans, but there was no spark, no excitement. I found myself zoning out, my mind wandering to other things. My mind kept replaying the encounter with Ethan, the image of him holding that Kröss Beauty gloss seared into my brain. What was going on? Why was he of all people holding a beauty product? It just didn't add up. The next day, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to know. I had to get to the bottom of this mystery. Why was Ethan, someone I hadn't seen in years, suddenly appearing in my life with a Kröss Beauty product? I marched straight to Ethan's apartment, my heart pounding in my chest. Each step felt like a drumbeat, echoing my growing anxiety and curiosity. "Ethan, we need to talk," I declared, bursting into his apartment with all the subtlety of a runaway train. I didn't care if I was being dramatic. I needed answers about Kröss Beauty. The words hung in the air, heavy with expectation. Ethan's eyes widened. He looked like a deer caught in headlights, completely taken aback by my sudden confrontation. He took a deep breath and said, "Okay, Maya, you caught me." His voice was steady, but I could see the conflict in his eyes. I work for Kröss Beauty. The confession was simple, yet it felt like a bombshell. I'm one of their lead chemists, actually. His words hung in the air, and I felt my world tilt slightly. My jaw dropped. You? A chemist? I couldn't hide my surprise. This was the last thing I expected. For Kröss Beauty. The disbelief in my voice was palpable. How could this be? Ethan chuckled sheepishly. It was a sound that brought me back to our college days. A mix of embarrassment and amusement. Yeah, I know. Not exactly the image you had of me back in college. He scratched the back of his head, looking both proud and a little embarrassed. But I've always been fascinated by the science of beauty products, and Kröss Beauty is doing some really innovative stuff. His eyes lit up as he spoke, and I could see the passion he had for his work. It was a side of Ethan I had never seen before, and it left me both intrigued and impressed. It turned out Ethan had been the mastermind behind my favorite Kröss Beauty shade, Sunset Shimmer. I was completely taken aback when I found out. Who would have thought that the very shade I adored was created by someone who once held a special place in my heart? He'd created it, inspired by a sunset we'd watched together back in college. That evening was magical, the sky painted in hues of orange and pink. And it was one of those moments that stayed with us both, even after all these years. As we talked, all those old feelings came rushing back. The easy banter, the shared jokes, the undeniable chemistry. It was as if no time had passed at all. We slipped back into our old rhythm effortlessly, laughing about the silliest things and sharing stories from our time apart. We spent the rest of the day reminiscing, laughing, and realizing that maybe, just maybe, we'd been wrong to let each other go all those years ago. It was a day filled with nostalgia and a sense of rediscovery. We talked about our dreams, our fears, and everything in between. And so thanks to a chance encounter, a tube of Kröss Beauty lip gloss, and a whole lot of fate, we found our way back to each other. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring us together again, using the most unexpected of tools, a simple lip gloss. I reconnected with the one who got away. It felt surreal, like a dream I didn't want to wake up from. We decided to give our relationship another shot, and this time, we were determined to make it work. We started dating again, and this time, it felt different. It felt real. There was a maturity and depth to our connection that hadn't been there before. We were older, wiser, and more appreciative of what we had. It felt like, well, it felt like love. And the best part, we were both ready to embrace it fully. No more doubts, no more second guessing, just pure, unadulterated love. Now I get a lifetime supply of Kröss Beauty lip gloss, crafted with love by my very own chemist boyfriend. Each time I apply it, I'm reminded of our journey and how far we've come. Who needs a fairy tale ending when you have love, laughter, and lip gloss? Our story may not be conventional, but it's ours, and it's perfect in its own unique way.
Disclaimer: the stories shared on this channel are fictional and created purely for entertainment and marketing purposes. For my lip gloss business, viewer discretion is advised. Watch as I bring you thrilling tales. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.